Welcome to Top Rope Reality on the YouTube. I'm Mike Hogan.
And I'm Justin Carter.
He's the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour. And this is Countdown.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, good for me.
Good for you.
Now let's get started with 10 things that would happen
10.
if TNA goes out of business.
Everybody will be happy. No.
Number 10. Oh, you got number 10?
No, you got number 10.
Number 10. Number 10. Telling stars lose their jobs.
Just like when WCW went out.
A couple.
Yeah, a couple. They've only got a couple. Huh? Number 9. Did he buys TNA? Question mark, question mark, question mark.
I don't believe that one. Why would you want to throw money down a toilet for?
I mean, unless you could get the contracts of some of the guys you want, and maybe the intellectual property of the videos.
Yeah.
I think you can make some money off the videos.
Number 8, TNA stars head to WWE.
Some of them.
Let's just scratch out and say head to NXT.
NXT, yes. Number 7.
That's a few. I mean, I could come up with at least 10.
There will be a new number 2 promotion.
Yeah.
It's called Ring of Honor.
Global Force.
If they get anything going, my gosh.
Because as soon as NXT starts traveling more, Ring of Honor is probably going out of business.
I really don't think it will. I don't think it'll put them out of business. I don't think WWE is going to go that malicious to say, oh, we're going to run right next to y'all. We're going to run and we're going to get a non-complete clause so you can't run over here.
Yeah,
you can't run there. That's stupid.
You're winning. You're the big dog.
Thank you. Don't act afraid like that. They were. I know this is off subject a little bit, but my gosh, okay. I was reading about one of the events that happens around WrestleMania, one of those small companies.
Yes.
It's like a WrestleCade, almost like a WrestleCon or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, there's a lot of people. Flair was there.
Right, and they had
too.
Colt Cabana had it. He did a live podcast thing there. They actually said that they had to go find.
This is 53 weeks or 52 weeks when I finish the sentences. So
exactly, they had to actually go find a venue that had. They actually said this. They released a statement about this. So they will be in Texas next year, but they had a hard time, and a lot of people did not want to have anything to do with the event this year because of last year when they were New Orleans, right?
Yes.
They was very disorganized. This year was more organized, but a lot of people did not want to test it out. Plus, they had a hard time getting a venue, and the reason he said they had a hard time getting a venue is they could only find one venue, and it was very tricky the way that one venue was with the with their layout at the venue. He said, but that was the only venue they could find that did not have a non-compete clause.
Wow.
So Vince is making these venues sign non-compete clauses. How stupid is that?
That's pretty bad.
You own everything when it comes to wrestling.
You are the big dog.
Who cares if these little promotions do stuff? Because you know these people are going to come to Hall of Fame. These people are going to come to the signings. A lot of the fans that come from out of the states and out of the countries and stuff
have already bought their tickets.
They bought their tickets and they don't know nothing about these smaller promotions that are in Chicago's and the ones that are in Philadelphia and stuff like that come in and get your little niche audience. Those are the internet wrestling community that do that. Why are you worried about them?
Thought you weren't worried about the internet.
Thank you. So why do a non-compete clause for a venue? That's so stupid.
That's just Vince.
Stupid.
You got number 7, so I'll take number 6.
Okay.
Number 6. The industry gets a lot smaller. It really does on the bigger promotions.
That's true. Number 5, WWE loses its focus. I don't think they're not going to lose focus just because TNA goes anywhere. TNA
pretty much lost their focus now. I mean,
after WCW went out and there was no more competition.
They lost their focus. What focus?
After your big 4 guys, after Brock, Randy, and Batista, and Cena, after they made the 4 of them, it just kind of all dwindled down.
We have no competition. They know it.
Exactly.
No competition.
Number 4.
Number 4. Wrestlers becomes out of favor.
Wrestling becomes out of favor. Wow.
Yes.
I don't think.
It's in a down period right now, so it's out of favor now.
But it seems like it's going up, though.
Yeah.
It does seem like it's getting better, and there's a lot more. I mean, indie stars are not even signing WWE contracts because they can make money on the indies enough to live off of and not have to have a regular job.
And that probably gets in Vince's crawl a little bit
Yes,
too.
of course it does. Number 3, fans lose out.
Yeah, there's TNA fans like WCW fans, and when WCW was taken in to WWE, a lot of fans went,
They stopped.
I don't like WWE. I'm not going to watch wrestling anymore. I'll go to MMA, and that's what they did.
And that's what they
or
did.
independence or whatever, you know.
Yep.
And when TNA came, they had something. Well, I thought it was something different. Now they're just like WWE trying to be,
Right.
which that's stupid for TNA. TNA should not whatever WWE doing. We're not doing that. We're doing our thing. We're
And I
doing
know you
our
don't-
little niche.
I know you don't watch a lot of the TNA stuff,
I
but
do
I have.
not.
I go on their YouTube channel and I watch a lot of their highlight videos of recent stuff going on because I had seen an article about some stuff going on, so I jumped over there to the YouTube channel because I subscribed to that channel, and I would actually have to say that the BDC stuff going against the Rising, as they're being called, which so sounds familiar to people like us, you know, for
The
stuff.
Rising.
Oh yeah, that's the Rising. Anyway, that's another story for another day. But anyway, the two
Now, the
factions.
New Blood versus the Millionaires Club.
Weird, ain't it? But anyway, but those two factions going against each other, and some of the stuff going on, like with Bram versus Magnus and Mickey James being involved. A lot of that stuff is actually they're doing very well with that stuff.
This is good.
Drew Galloway being a leader of a faction, which is the Rising.
Right.
The only funny thing is, it is almost everybody involved is forward duty guys in the factions. Kenny King was on Tough Enough 2. MVP,
Yes.
Low Key was also there,
Yes.
and Homicide's now part of the group, but Homicide I don't think has ever been in WWE.
No.
But then you had what's his name? Drew Galloway. Then you got Chamacha, who is now Micah, who said, "I'm Hakusa." Good job. You needed to say that.
Yes.
And then there's one other guy who never made it to the main roster, but he was in developmental. And his number one thing on his promo, he said, "We're professional wrestlers. We're not superstars." I was like, "Oh, okay, he's bitter." But anyway,
My neck hurts. I'm suing.
Right.
Yes, that's one of those.
Right.
Okay.
But it's mostly all to you guys. It's quite funny. But I will say this: I don't like that whole atmosphere of, oh, it's a forward WWE guy. That's
And
why
they
they're
mention it
hiring.
too. Don't worry. You don't.
Don't worry about where they came from. That's one thing WCW messed up on. Yes, okay.
Yes.
You can WWE hired people from WCW and never talked about them being from WCW. Made a whole nother niche
Vince-
thing.
When he was in trouble, when he finally mentioned, and that was a shock.
Right.
You mentioned the company you never talked about ever.
When they did the whole Billionaire Ted things, I was
Yes, you're going.
Come on
Hey,
now.
you are definitely saying there's somebody out there, and I'm in trouble.
right.
TNA does it all. Do not
Quit talking about the other groups.
quit trying to live off the name WWE.
Don't talk about when the people come from WWE. Don't talk about their former WWE Intercontinental Champion, former WWE Tag Team. Don't talk about that stuff.
No.
Just talk about what they've accomplished in your company.
They
and
are
make it
new
your fun.
person.
Exactly. That's the only thing I have a problem with them on. But I think.
I mean, I'm getting to that.
Of course.
Yes, I don't watch TNA. I've used to watch it, and then it got so stupid, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is a story."
Because you were a big fan of Chris Harris back in the day.
Yes, I like Chris Harris.
Yes. Before he got fat.
Before he got fat Harris, yeah.
Yes.
And I don't want them to go away. I want them to get better. I want them to
Yes.
threaten Vince. I want Vince to feel threatened. When Vince feels threatened, he gets better. When he gets better, TNA will be better.
Yes.
WWE will be better. We'll all be better off for it. All the fans of wrestling will be better off.
And I know it's easier for them to tape it, it's cheaper, but I'm telling you,
You
that is your key element. You
That's
need to
your-
be live. That can it'll shock people because you could do surprise things. You could bring in other people. You could bring in people from the indies. You could bring people from the WWE. People won't know
No.
because it's live.
But if you're already done for the end of May, and we're not
Oh.
in May yet, that kills it so much.
It does. But if you don't read the spoilers, then you'll be surprised. That's wonderful. I
Okay,
think
number
that's
two,
yours. Number
blood, sweat, and tears for nothing. That's
For
true.
nothing.
All these people who work so hard, the Bobby Roodes, the Samoa Joes,
Austin Aries.
the Austin Aries, the AJ Styles,
Did you say James Storm already?
the James Storms, and all these guys who did what they love to do, and it'd be gone. I mean, that would be not very nice. And then you
And-
gotta go somewhere else or try to take some else's
And
place.
before I tell you the first one, I will say this though. One video I did see with the Bram thing and the Magnus thing.
Yes.
Bram was in the ring. He was about to attack Mickey James. He had a weapon and everything. And James Storm came out and saved her. He's part of a heel faction. He is supposed to be like part of the. He's a leader of the Revolution.
Yes.
He's a cult following guy. And he stops Bram, and you can hear him say, "What, you gonna hit a woman? You need to hit me then. You just go ahead and hit me." And then he gets out of the ring with Mickey James and says, "You ain't gonna hit one of my friends." What? There got to be more to that. if Mickey James is going to turn and go with her, or Bram is actually with the Revolution.
Okay, now that makes it worse. Now you just told me that. That'll make
It does. It confused me. My head hurt after that. I was like, why did he save her? There's got to be more to it. Bram is either with James Storm and them and haven't revealed it yet, or Mickey James is going to turn on Magnus and go with James Storm. I don't know, but there's got to be more to that story. Because why would he save her? Weird.
Well, they haven't done it yet because it ain't on the spoilers.
No, it hasn't happened yet. No. Number one.
Uh,
R.I.P. brother. Not rip, but rest in peace to the X Division. That is the number one thing that helped that company get to a certain point, and then they destroyed it anyway themselves. So it's not really like rest in peace. They already destroyed themselves.
Yes,
just like the Knockouts division, they messed it up, and the Tag Team division. Because you wanted to make it about your heavyweight title. No. WWE makes everything about their heavyweight title. Be the opposite.
Yes.
Make it about your lesser belts. And that's what they were doing.
They were.
And then it went away. But we spent like 10 minutes on TNA. It's ridiculous. But anyway, 12 WWE stars who
We'll run
lost.
through these real quick because it's pretty easy.
12 WWE stars who lost the most WrestleMania matches. Number 12.
And it's kind of surprising on some of these names.
It is. Bret Hart lost 6 matches.
Number 11, Matt Hardy lost 6 matches.
Goldust has been in 7 WrestleManias, and he's lost all his matches at WrestleMania. 7 losses.
Number 9, the Mountie. We're the Mountie. We've lost 6 times.
Yes. Tito Santana, Albertador.
Flying Taco.
That's right. 7 times for him as well.
Number 7, Randy Orton has lost 7 times.
Wow. This next person, my gosh, people. Number 6, JBL's lost 8 WrestleMania matches.
Well, number 5 is Chris Jericho. Y2J
Wow.
has also lost 8 WrestleMania
8
matches.
WrestleMania matches. Number 4, the Big Red Machine Kane
Corporate
has
Kane.
lost 10 WrestleMania matches.
Number 3, coming in next, on the Big Slow, and
That's
I've
right.
lost 10 matches as well.
10 matches. Ridiculous. This next guy, it would say 11 right now, but he went lose Sting. Triple H has also, along with Kane and Big Show, lost 10 WrestleMania matches, and he's probably won just as many.
And the man who sticks his nose in everybody's business because he's retired.
He's Mr. WrestleMania, though.
He's Mr. WrestleMania.
He's number 1 on the list.
He's lost 11 matches.
11 matches, but he's Mr.
Shawn
WrestleMania.
Michaels.
I guess it's about the performance. It's not about the win or loss.
Because the wins, how wins he?
But it's not. It's about the performance. 9 dream matches, WrestleMania 31 hinted at. Number 9, The Miz versus Miz Dow.
Number 8, Daniel Bryan versus Dolph Ziggler for the Intercontinental Championship. Could that be a SummerSlam match?
We wanted them to at WrestleMania, but we got them in a ladder match, which was fine. 7, Seth Rollins defending the WWE World Heavyweight title against Roman Reigns. I think it'll be happening after Seth Rollins beats Randy Orton.
Number 6, Stephanie McMahon versus Ronda Rousey.
Number
Next year,
5,
WrestleMania.
Triple H versus The Rock. I think it's going to happen.
I do too. Number 4, John Cena versus Daniel Bryan. Title versus title. That would be different.
No, don't want it to happen. Number 3, they teased it, but they 2-0'd.
They 2-0, yes.
Not the 3 from this team, DX, but the 3 on NWO
Still
can't go. But the 3 from DX can still go. They can still go pretty good.
Number 2, a mixed tag team match. Triple H and Stephanie. The Authority takes on The Rock.
And Ronda connection.
And Ronda Connection.
The R&R connection, that's right.
Yes.
And a number 1! We talked
what are we
it
talking
earlier.
about?
We
Yes.
talked about it earlier, and we didn't even look ahead. I didn't look ahead. I didn't look
I
ahead.
forgot it was on here.
Sting, the franchise of WCW, taking on the franchise of the WWE. The icon, the showstopper himself, Shawn Michaels. I mean, he did put his foot in his face. He should get revenge and beat Shawn Michaels.
Come on.
And now, 6 superstars who have won every active title there is to win.
Except the Divas.
It's the WWE title, the IC title, the US title, the WWE Tag Team titles. Number 6, Latina Hicks, Eddie Guerrero.
Number 5, Kurt Angle.
He did all that in like 1 year. And the European title. It's crazy. Number 4, the man, the myth, the legend, the rated R superstar, Edge.
Number 3, Mr. Hollywood.
I did not even realize that.
Miz.
I did not realize that. I really did not. I didn't realize he had all the belts.
Who, the Miz?
Yeah, I knew he had the IC, the tag, and the WWE. I don't remember him being a US champion.
That's who Daniel took the title from.
That's right.
Uh-huh.
Number 2 is
The Big Slow.
The
Oh.
Big Slow. because he got that Intercontinental title from Cody Rhodes when he actually won a match at WrestleMania.
Yes. And number 1 of the 6 superstars who have won every active title. No, it's not John Cena. It is Daniel. Yes. Bryan.
And you know why John Cena's not on the list? Because he has not won the IC title yet.
That is the only one.
Only belt. He's
Will.
just like Flair. Flair, before the end of his career, finally won the IC title. But I think it was Carlito he beat or something like that. But anyway,
Definitely
that was
right.
the one title that eluded him. Will John Cena wait that long?
I believe John Cena will win the Intercontinental title within 2 years.
Before he retires, he's definitely going to have all active belts.
Of course
under
he
his-
will be.
under his belt, if you will. That is...
That is it for our
Part 3.
countdowns of part 3 right here on the YouTube.
And part 4, which is coming up next, we're going to do funny kind of funny on words here. It's going to be March Macho Madness in April.
Yes.
That's how mad we are. It was total madness. We are waiting until April to do all this.
We let the basketball get that puny little tournament on the way.
I'm telling you.
We've got the real tournament right here, and that's when we do the March Macho Madness in April.
That's right. Last year we did this in season 1. It was the indie tournament. This year, when you come back, we'll tell you what the tournament's going to be.
Yes. Plus, we'll continue our Hulk Hogan, who we refuse to lose to.
Which is a lot of people.
And that'll be it for part 4.
Part 4.
Yes, part 4. So we have a little tournament news, and we also talk about the immortal Hulk Hogan, who I'm not laying down for that guy.
That's right. But
It'll hurt my.
I'll put Macho Man in the Hall of Fame and make me look good.
It'll hurt my
Legacy.
My legacy.
My legacy.
I can't be immortal if I lose.
Because I'm the
Yeah.
face that runs this place.
That's John Cena. Sorry. That's
Still Hulk
it's
Hogan.
another story for another day.
Still
yeah.
Hulk Hogan.
That's Hulk Hogan 2.0.
I want to see if
Yes,
I want to see if there's a John Cena list of who he wouldn't lose to.
In due time. Be right back. Click over to part 4 and you'll get to see and all we got to talk about.
That's right.
Part 4. Right here at Top Rope Reality on the
YouTube.
We'll catch you in a few clicks. I know part 4 should be interesting.
It should be very interesting.